people would replace it in their shops, and he'd buy it and maybe recondition it. I don't remember that part, but he put the shop in '53, as I remember, and he owned it and operated it until after they were still operating when I got married in '63. And then not long, well, they had their place to Lake, and they were going down there. They would go, they'd close up at 2 o'clock on Saturday. They would go to Bull Shoals, to their place, and it needed mowing, obviously, and everything. And they had to be back at work Monday morning. And so they, you know, it virtually dark by the time they got there Saturday, because it was, when we first started going down there, it was like 7-hour trip from Kansas City or from Parkville to Bull Shoals, because the roads were bad and there wasn't any way through Kansas City.
Right.
You know, you can get through Kansas City at 65 miles an hour now on a freeway, and you know, do it in 15 minutes. But back then, it was probably an hour or more just getting through the city.
Probably going right down the main street or Troost or.
Well, try whatever. Yeah. Go to Liberty and go down 291. You know, I've done that all kinds of ways. But at any rate, they would do that, and so he had his place at the lake, and Archie was frugal. You know, they saved money. He had money stashed in that apartment. I didn't even know it. You know,
he grew up.
They did the same thing over here, and they got robbed. You know, and lost about $8,000 or something.
He grew up in the Depression, and I think he told me once that his first job he worked for some Jewish guys, and they taught him how to. Impressed upon him how to save money, and
well, they were Depression people too.
Yeah.
There wasn't any money, and so, you know, he didn't have any money. You know. Archie never finished high school or anything either. So he had to quit in the 9th grade.
Well, because the dad, he had to support the family and stuff.
Yeah. And he was the only son left at home. So.
Okay.
So, but anyway, they ran the shop until '63 anyway, and then. There was a lady from Riverside that took it over, and he owned it, and she got her own little, he had various little vans that he delivered in. This last one was a Ford Econoline, and he gave me the last Volkswagen van he had, and that's the red one that I ran around in. And she had a Corvair. She bought a Corvair van. And I was working, by this time, I was working at TWA and working the midnight shift. And so, well, maybe first of all, it's the second shift, but then, anyway, not working days. So, I went to work for her, picking up and delivering clothes. And you were a baby then, and I'd take you with me because she was working. And this Corvair had a driver's seat and no other seats. It was just an area there, you know, with no seat. And I'd lay you down there, and you know, we'd go picking up and delivering clothes. And you went with me. Sleep most of the time. You were little. You were really little. So,
well, this is after Archie quit working.
Yeah. And she didn't operate it too long. I don't know how long.
Well, see, then what I remember from somebody working there had to have been someone that took over after he quit doing it. Then
probably
he still owned it.
Yeah,
but she was running the business.
Well, you were there. You know, you were down there with me, so you were really little. But yeah, she was probably running it. I can't remember her name either. But anyway, did that for I don't know how long. You also remember I had the Volkswagen bus. Remember we run over the snake up in Berry. Great big old black snake going across the road, and I reached over and
you held me in, hit the brakes, and we slid across it.
I hit the brakes and slid across the snake and killed it. Yeah. Great big old sucker.
Yeah, I remember that vaguely.